Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh,
Welcome to the Revolutionary Baddies podcast. Welcome to season 2.
we're in the thick of it.
We are. We are on episode 10
Wow.
of season 2.
In Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
It's the best month.
It's been great. I love seeing all of the creative,
Oh, yeah.
expansive art and pages and montages.
I rely on the montages.
And
Give it to me.
videos with the music.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a glorious time on my timeline.
Love it.
I don't know what y'all's is looking like.
When people be exhausted from their timelines, I'm like, unfollow those people from high school that you
You
no
do
longer
have
align
control over some of that.
with. Yeah.
You really do.
My timeline is very beautiful, very black. It's so many things that pop up on my timeline for like education or like take this online Zoom for this book club or
Yeah.
to learn more about this person. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
It's a very black.
It's great. It's those moments where I hear black people be like, everybody on my timeline keep talking about da 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 da, and people keep saying this, and people keep discounting that, and people are posting this, and I'm like, I don't know what y'all are looking at, but that's not what I'm looking at.
I will say the timeline right now on the Twitter streets and beyond is caught up in a diaspora war that I want us to, it's like, okay, but not
I
too
ain't
much.
in the Twitter streets the way that Brittany
it always
is.
starts on the Twitter streets.
Okay.
So, what's his name? What's the country?
Oh, yeah. I did see some of that.
Shabuzi.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Shabuzi.
Okay,
Mhm.
I got it right. Finally. And, he made the comment that immigrants built this country. He was quickly corrected, but it's still dragging a couple days later. And I do think that the correction was necessary because we
Okay.
want to get things right. We want to
Okay.
make sure, we want to have clarity. Like even Bernice King, Dr. King's daughter, put up a post about it.
I saw that.
And I'm like,
Okay.
I get the correction, but I'm like, not too much. Because in the classic Negro saying, you know what I was talking about. You know what I mean.
Yeah, like it's also like it's not necessarily incorrect what he's saying too.
Helped build the country. I think maybe helped.
Is he saying? But are people saying that black people, when we was brought here, we were not immigrants? Because I'm like, it sounds like a Semitic thing.
Well, yeah, it is. So a lot of people are like, we should not be grouped as immigrants because we did not willfully come to this country. And that we did not immigrate here. We were trafficked here, which is different if you're doing human traffic. So, once again, semantics. Like, I think it's all about how you put it. So,
but once our asses got here, we wasn't trafficked. Our asses were what we would call immigrants.
What we would call immigrants now.
Yes,
once again, it's just a battle of like, I think that it's important, and I understand why it's a trigger for Black Americans to be like, don't erase us, because so much of our history is always erased.
Okay.
And people talk about Black people didn't have a culture, and so it's kind of triggering.
Okay.
But I do think that it's like, y'all, we know what he meant. And immigrants have done a lot for this country and have helped build it, whether it was the Chinese that came over and helped with the railroads. But I get it, but it is no need for us to descend into a diaspora war.
Well, what's the war, though?
The classic diaspora wars of like, it triggers all the other conversations that I wish would just kind of like simmer down of like, people always trying to erase Black Americans' contributions and our cultures, and other Black immigrants come to this country, which does happen, comes to this country, and really discount what Black Americans have done to establish America.
Okay.
And, like, they're bought into, certain lies as well. So, all of that is true. But I'm like, y'all, let's check it, and let's not go too deep into it.
Yeah.
The diaspora wars, let's not let them. Give it 3 sentences. Give it, let's not make it it's been a couple days. I'm ready for it to die.
But it's also like, who's being targeted around this particular thing is the wrong target. Like, Shabuzi is accepting an award on a Grammy stage as a black country singer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is the point in trying to quote unquote correct him?
I think the intentions are good for some.
Okay.
To create the historical clarity about.
Then create it. It shouldn't have shit to do with what the hell he said.
They want to make sure
that's the thing.
He's aware that it was in fact black people that built this country.
Okay.
So that's what I think that's the good intentions. People are bringing up.
But what he's saying is not wrong. I guess I don't really see what the correction is, because what he's saying is not incorrect. Immigrants did build this country. Now, I'm not sitting up here claiming to be an immigrant, but what I am saying is that black or anybody, lots of people that were not originally from here have built this country in multitude of ways.
Yeah.
In a multitude of ways. Obviously, including African Americans building the economy that exists across this globe.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But is he the target? Like, is Shabuzi the one that needs to be corrected? Or is it just overall in general, like the masses?
I think.
And he's also not trying to teach anybody anything by saying immigrants have built this country. Because people say it all the time.
Yeah. People were like, oh, Mamdani said it, and they were going in on him. I think what it is, and we'll probably get into it in this episode as we talk about trauma, is it's more of like, the way I see it in some ways, it's about establishing some clarity, and it's a trauma response.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Black Americans who continue, like literally they're pulling down our history.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And just, closing museums and doing things. So I think it's a very like defensive thing that is like, okay, we're jumping all over him.
Yeah.
And this acceptance speech. Once again, he wasn't trying to teach a class about the foundational growth of America. He was accepting an award during a climate where ICE is attacking immigrants and saying big ups to immigrants who've helped build this country.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people, Black Americans, we're still dealing with that trauma, feeling like it's always an erasure of us.
Yeah. And that's fair.
And that's what it is, and that's why.
And that's what it is. And Shabuzi, the best thing he could do, right, is come out. Let's say he comes out with a public video. My words have been taken out of context. Here's what I've learned. I have learned that not only have immigrants built this country, but Black Americans have too. Just so everybody knows. And I am from wherever he's from.
His family's from Nigeria.
There we go. And I am still learning. I mean, and then what?
And then,
and then fucking what?
And then squash it.
Like, that to me, I'm like, why are we targeting Shabuzi? And it's also like, okay, definitely, I can understand the consistent erasure of the accomplishments and the forced labor of African people across the diaspora having to be erased. The same thing with Black people joining the wars and the war in Vietnam, and then they come back home and nobody gives a fuck or acknowledges and treats them like shit. Like, that is a real generational trauma response that we are now experiencing. But to target Shabuzi while he's on a Grammy stage, it's just like, he wasn't going to say immigrants and the Black people from this country.
Right.
Like, he wasn't going to say that.
People get caught up on it, and that's what I'm saying. I love that it became online in some ways a teachable moment. But you have, I think, certain people who are like, oh, okay, no, I realize that perspective. And then you have the agitators within our group, within us, that want to just actually be like, you know what? Nigerians hate African American, and it's like, okay, now you're the agitator in the group. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of what it goes into. So sometimes when I look online, I'm like, I wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap that up.
Yeah. And also, to me, there's already this discourse connected to all of the ICE emergence, like the way that it is. So many people that are against ICE, making it public, cities coming out with ordinances and all of that, and Black folks again feeling left behind, feeling not taken seriously.
Like, oh, now
Black people that are not. So just to be clear, Black people that are not impacted by ICE, because there are definitely Black people that are also being targeted and deported wrongfully. And I think that this is a time where this discourse is happening, and it's consistently the work of organizers, political educators, people that think in a sense of global solidarity that has to challenge those notions of, we'll see, but we as Black people, we've been trying to tell y'all that these niggas don't care about us, that the system don't care about us, that the police don't care about us, and now everybody is in an uproar about ICE. What happened to us? And that is also a trauma response.
It is.
It really is. It's valid.
Yeah.
But know where that is coming from.
Yeah.
And the intention or the next step in your political development should be not to stop there, but to direct your rage, anger, disappointment towards the people in power that are making this happen.
Yeah.
And not each other.
Yeah. No, you had a online rant the other day, which I love. I love online. Y'all don't know me. I love an online rant because I might be the queen of
this.
It.
Is Queen Online Rant.
Rant's her. Okay. And so, but I love when you were saying the other day, like it's kind of counterproductive. Once again, say it, but not too much on it. Like, we told y'all so. Okay, you did.
You did.
We have told white people so.
We have.
And
we gonna have to keep telling them.
And they hear that,
well.
right? And they are gonna have epiphanies every day. White people are gonna have epiphanies every day.
Every day, something's going to
hand them a book
them.
And watch their eyes widen like it's never widened before.
One of their kids' first grade classmates can't come back to school, and now their kid is like, "Well, when my best friend coming? When Isabella coming back to school?"
Shocking.
And they have arrived.
Shocking. And when they come, let's bring them on in.
We literally need everybody. It's just
we are up against too big of a power.
And they're waiting for those white people to not realize what the fuck is happening around them. They want them to not realize what the hell is happening around them. They want them to just think that immigrants that are not Black have built this country. That's what they want.
Yeah. And
so it just really doesn't benefit us in the long run to just stop at, well, we told you so.
Yeah.
And we's tired. We tired of telling y'all. We tired of trying. We trying to teach y'all. And some people are there.
Yeah.
Black people, especially Black women that are there. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
But
I also
challenge,
because I don't really like to challenge white people too much on anything, because I can direct my energy better in better places. Yeah. I believe in challenging my own people about certain things. So I kind of challenge Black people who are constantly kind of saying this whole, like, we've been trying to tell y'all and no one's listened. I think there's levels to that, because a lot of Black people, organizers, activists, educators, have also been trying to tell other Black people, you are supporting politicians who are pro-militarizing the police.
Yeah.
You have been
pro-Israel. Yeah.
So a lot of Black people are on some shit like, we've been trying to tell y'all it could get this bad, and it's some niggas behind them tapping them on the shoulder letting them, wait a minute, I've been trying to tell you something.
Exactly.
I've been trying to tell you something.
Exactly.
So I think we can all like give a little grace, because as much as, like I say, we can get a little bit high on our high horse and be like, I've been trying to get this message across. And there's ways that we can examine a little bit of hypocrisy within ourselves.
But also, no, you haven't. You ain't been trying to tell nobody shit.
You ain't told nobody. You ain't told nobody shit.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I follow you on Twitter. I ain't never heard you say anything about it.
I ain't heard a peep. Them likes, them reposts, that ain't enough.
You had pearl-studded chucks for Kamala's campaign. Please relax. I watched it. I watched everybody go up for her. I kept my eye on it. And I get it.
I kept it quiet.
I get it.
Yeah.
But not too much. Because Kamala would have let them motherfuckers crack you over the head, too. So relax. I voted for that lady.
Right.
That lady would have had your ass busted up, too. Relax.
Yeah. So welcome.
Yeah, we got into it. We came in hot.
We came in hot.
It's hot times.
Rocky times. By the way, my name is Dee Dee. I'm your host.
Yeah, I'm Brittany. I'm your host as well. But we're going to talk about something so beautiful today.
Yes, but before we do, we just want to remind everybody that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on YouTube, Amazon, Spotify, Patreon.
Apple, that's the big one.
Apple, that's the other biggie. We have recently exceeded 3,600 downloads. Woo-hoo. 3,600, y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting Revolutionary Baddies.
Since season 2, I think we're at over 700, which has been less than 2 months since season 2's launch.
Yeah. No, the people are tuned in, and we love you for that.
Mm-hmm.
We absolutely love you. And if you love us, please consider becoming a Patreon member.
Zaddies.
We are on patreon.com/revolutionarybaddies, and we have a 2-tier program. First is our day ones. Shout out to our day ones. That's $3 a month. And next is our baddest, the Revolutionary Zaddies. The Zaddies. Shout out to the Zaddies, paying a beautiful $10 a month towards this podcast.
Yeah. We love it. We need y'all.
We need y'all. We need y'all so much that we need all of our Revolutionary Zaddies to find another Zaddie to become a
What's
Zaddie.
The thing? Each
Zaddie teach Zaddie. Each Zaddie teach Zaddie. That's going to be our next campaign.
To the Zaddies out there, Zaddies, when you hit up your homeboy, your homegirl, whoever, and say, come along, so they're talking about real shit.
I'm going to hold your hand through this and just direct them.
These girls like books, toe sucking,
and money.
Woo! That's all I want for February. Books, toe sucking, and money. Woo!
And the money goes directly to making this podcast possible.
Absolutely.
We have an upcoming in-person event. It'll be
by the time this comes out.
The event will be over. But we've already had 3 in-person events. So, the money is not just going into our pockets.
It ain't touched those yet.
We need
a few more Saturdays. We need a few more, though.
We need a few more. And then we are trying to really grow. Again, we're trying to make it to 26 episodes. We will make it to 26 episodes this season. And we plan to have an in-person event every single quarter.
Yeah. We're rocking and rolling.
So thank y'all.
So today's subject is about how love is Black power.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Black History Month. Obviously, there's so many things that we can talk about when we talk about Black people in this country, throughout the world, what we need, what we're fighting for, what's important to us, what's beautiful about us. And I think our love is so beautiful. We are a loving people.
Despite it all.
Despite it all, our hearts still remain soft, tender, and pure. And even when we get to fighting, and you know what? Diaspora wars ain't nothing but cousins in the house scrapping. And if you grew up black,
it just so happened to be outside.
we fight. Cousins fight. But we still go to grandma's house and act like we got some sense. So, you know, black love is so important, and love can mean so many different things. And right now in America, we can feel like we're in a loveless society, which we are, like culturally, the greater culture. But it's so important, and black love has sustained us. We're here today.
Yeah.
Because of the love that we've had for each other, the love that we've had for freedom and liberation. And honestly, despite it all, the love that we've had for this raggedy ass country.
Yeah.
We have consistently made this country better. And when I say we, the native blacks.
I mean me. I'm kidding.
All of us.
Yeah.
And love is really a force that has that power to carry us. Mm-hmm. So, as we talked about, season 2 is about continuing to web together a variety of themes that create a cohesive thread for building and sustaining a revolution. And at the core of any people's struggle for liberation is a deep love for humanity and freedom. It's transformative, it's a force. And through love, individuals are able to build meaningful relationships with other individuals and with their communities. Love stands against fear and against destruction. And so black love is radical. Black love is the antidote to the internalized white supremacy that lives inside of black bodies. It's grounding, and it just encourages us. So I got a quote from the ancestor, Assata Shakur. This is in her autobiography, and she says that love is contraband in hell, because love is an acid that eats away bars. But you, me, and tomorrow hold hands and make vows that struggle will multiply. The hacksaw has 2 blades. The shotgun has 2 barrels. We are pregnant with freedom. We are a conspiracy. That was a poem she wrote, I believe, while she was in jail. How beautiful. Love is a contraband in hell.
I know that's right.
And, you know, if you don't know a contraband, that's something that is prohibited, deemed illegal, like a drug. Yes. And so living in this society, our ability to keep loving ourselves, loving each other, is literally something of great value.
It's an anomaly. It's
hard.
Yeah.
And so we want to acknowledge, start off by kind of, like I say, we always got to take it back to slavery. But there's been hundreds of years of history and policies and systems that have been designed to crush black love, whether it's been how we see one another, how we look at ourselves, how we look at our bodies. Mm-hmm. We all remember the episode, if y'all have been locked in. The man lives inside of you. I would argue that being a coon is the ultimate combination of being a loveless black person.
Oh, wow. It's like the other side of the spectrum.
It's the other side. You can't have a love for blackness in you and be a coon. Once all that love has been drained out of you, you become Clarence Thomas.
Just automatically.
Dissolves. You literally morph.
Yeah.
Into him. And so we get to defeat the coonery.
Yeah.
You have to love blackness.
Yeah. I feel like we were at, it was our last reading yet. And one of the people that attended, she was explaining, she was telling a story about explaining to kids, what does it mean to be white, I think. And she was like, essentially being white is just not being black.
Yeah.
Like things that are associated with being black mean, it gives you a proximity to blackness. And if you don't have that proximity, then you are white.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so much of white supremacy hates blackness and all that it represents, manifests, creates, generations after generations after generations. And that includes the systems, the behaviors, and what's in our hearts and minds.
Yeah. Depending on how you were raised or what environment you grew up in, we've all had to work to unlearn white supremacy, internalize.
Hopefully.
Yeah, right. Hopefully.
Mm.
And, there was a quote I saw recently. No, it was our boy, Amilcar, about you can determine a people's, I'm paraphrasing, like success for liberation by how close their values are associated with their oppressor. So the potential for liberation. And so, for the enslaved Africans that came here who were stripped of their culture, stripped of their religion, their language, their values, because our language and our religion and spiritual systems help shape our values.
Right.
And which helps shapes our worth. They had everything poured in them to basically teach them that they were inferior. And so it takes a lot for us to be in this world, now emancipated, really being pushed towards assimilation, to kind of live with that duality of like, you're going to assimilate into a larger culture. It's your country. It's our country.
Yeah.
But the larger culture is literally rooted in racism.
Yeah.
So how do you be a normal American and not carry some aspects of internalized white supremacy? Whether it's, like I said, our beauty standards. I think that's the easiest way we can see it.
Yeah.
How we want to be in proximity to Black people. Do we want to be in Black neighborhoods? Do we want to be at Black colleges and universities? Do we, how do we want to build our lives around Black people and community?
Yeah.
And so we're still very much in that process of undoing and getting that demon of white supremacy out of us to be able to love ourselves.
Yeah. And I mean, part of what white supremacy did when they, like you were talking about, when we were stripped of all that we came with, really, and you were meant to adapt to a new world for generations, a new way of being, with all of the lack of value and intention and love that was put within us. It is part of the reason why we aren't as unified as a people. Is because the disunification was literally whipped. The unification was whipped out of us.
Yeah, we've tried desperately to cling to one another.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there's been massive efforts to keep us divided.
Yeah. I mean, there's horror stories of Black people trying to stay together. When I think about, for me, growing up in Philly, a historic moment was the MOVE bombing.
Yeah.
It was, one of the first domestic bombings that happened in this country. I mean, they bombed Tulsa was another one. And then there was the MOVE bombing that happened in the 1970s, I believe.
I think it was 85. I think it was 85.
I got the damn hoodie and everything.
I think it was 85.
In the mid 80s, and they were a group of families. These were families that decided on their own accord not to actually separate themselves from the system. Not the way that niggas be talking about separating themselves from the system. Actually separating themselves from the system. And they were bombed because of it. They were killed. Kids. Fire set. A whole block that is still unrepaired. If you walk down Osage and I think it's like 63rd, 62nd and Osage, that block, them houses are still boarded up. Like
30 some years later.
years later, that is now, obviously now it's a memorial and the whole thing dedicated to it, but that love became an enemy of the state.
And
it was a black mayor,
Mm.
a black mayor who was also a Kappa.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
Hate to put y'all out there, but
Yo.
it was a black mayor, actually the first black mayor of Philadelphia, that gave the approval for the bombing. So,
and it was to send a message about these type of black people. Like, remove yourself from these type of quote unquote radical black people.
Yeah.
And they are what you would consider, like, from what I've seen in the pictures and the videos, very Afrocentric and how they carry themselves, obviously separating their culture and values away from their oppressor.
All of their last names was Africa.
Right. And so that was them sending, not only to destroy them, but to destroy the ideal of what they represented.
Yeah.
And so we've had to fight ferociously to maintain love with one another. I think when we think about love, the first love we experience is with our families. And black families have been torn apart. Literally, we're torn apart just getting here.
Yeah.
We were kidnapped, sold, snatched out of villages, away from our families, and put on a ship and brought here. And once we got here, we tried desperately, of course, to make our own families, establish what we could on plantations. And at any moment, a mom could be sold, a father could be sold, a baby could be sold, killed, maimed, whatever. So I was reading Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. Where is the whole book at? Oh, America's Legacy of Enduring Injury and Healing by Dr. Joy DeGroy. I hope I said that right. And she talks about a variety of things in the post-traumatic slave syndrome, but pretty much her overall message or thesis is that people do not endure what we did for 300 years. And then it just ends with emancipation. That it just dies off with the last slave.
Right.
Duh.
It's not how this works.
I think generational curses, it's become like a term that a lot of people use to talk about like trauma and stuff. But that is, generational curses isn't just your mom and your grandma and, maybe family secrets. Generational curses are basically generational trauma that has been passed down. For some people, it's just been maybe 2 generations, 3 generations, whatever the specific type of trauma is. But the trauma of being an enslaved people, and it's not like, once again, when we were emancipated, we made it. We did good. Everything was great. So we're just, honestly, a couple of decades out of severe racial trauma. And honestly, we're still in it.
Absolutely.
We're absolutely still in it.
Yeah.
And so I don't even know if we can even say post-traumatic, but particularly for slavery. And so all of these things where we struggled to be able to solidify us as a family unit lives on here today.
Yeah.
All right. So in the book, she has a quote that I got from one section. And she says, "The history of blacks in America has been one of fragmentation. For more than 300 years, slavery rendered black men and women impotent with regard to keeping their families together. Imagine the impact of generation after generation after generation of familiar disintegration. What habits do you think were produced? After emancipation, African Americans began to build their family. Many of our ancestors had to start from scratch to develop the necessary skills to maintain family, skills that so many people take for granted." And she goes on to say that, as she talks about her book and goes around teaching, that so many people say, well, the black family, they've been out of slavery for this amount of time, and why haven't they been able to build a stronger family structure? And compares them to immigrants often. And
of course.
Right. And she's like, a lot of immigrants came to this country with a well-established long history of strong family units. Asians, Latinos, different African cultures. And so she's saying that they know how to, when all else fails, heavily rely on family because it's built into their culture. Whereas we have had to kind of manufacture a culture post-emancipation and try to establish ourselves. And she said, in the process of practicing these skills for building a strong family unit, it is hard to do when you are constantly under distress.
Yeah.
Which we have been. Because then you go into Jim Crow. Mm-hmm. Then you go into mass incarceration and the war on poverty, the war on drugs. And so you're talking about high levels of unemployment and high levels of being incarcerated.
Violence.
Structural violence, which continues to like fracture our families.
Yeah.
And our families are a building ground for where we even learn what love is and how to love and how to treat each other. So that plays a role in it as well.
Yeah. I think for me too, like growing up, a lot of it is around beauty standards, like we talked about before. And I was reading this book. It's called We Live for the We. And it's the political power of Black motherhood, I believe that's what it's called. It's a really good book. It kind of breaks down all these different elements that separate Black motherhood, Black girlhood from white girlhood, basically, and white motherhood. And one of the things is around beauty standards and how you look, and that there is a statistical difference between the way that white girls and Black girls assess their own beauty. Mm-hmm. And that for Black girls, a lot of the affirmation, the praise, the compliments that Black girls are looking for as they're growing up and understanding our beauty are from other Black women. Mm-hmm. It's from other Black girls that are around us. It's from our big sisters, or the other girls that's on the block, our aunties, our moms, coming in and affirming what we wear or our hair and that kind of stuff. Whereas white girls actually look more to magazines, to TV, to people that are not actually close to them.
Yeah.
And so there is something too very specific and special about being a Black child growing up in this country and how you end up viewing yourself. And for a lot of Black girls, it's not really based on TV, magazines, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, some it is.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you are a Black family that was the only Black family, in that neighborhood or at that school. So you didn't have those people around you to look to and affirm your beauty.
Yeah.
You had to look elsewhere.
Oh,
if you were,
lucky enough, honestly.
If you were fortunate enough to not to grow up with an abundance of Black girls and women around you, that's where you got your affirmation, your confirmation of your own beauty.
And that's why, I mean, I could say, like, as far as like personal anecdotes, like I've been in so many spaces with white women and they are amazed by my confidence. Mm-hmm. And it's not that my confidence is like this out, otherworldly. Like I just walk in the room like Gabrielle Union and two can play that game down the street. Although sometimes I do walk in the room.
Love it, Connie.
Baby,
that's who I want to be.
Okay, but it's just normal self-esteem. Yeah, like really.
Yeah, right.
Like, and they're like amazed by it. Like, wow, the ability to love yourself. And it's like, because I received those affirmations as a young girl. Mm-hmm. And what I'm actually worried about and thinking about ways in which we're still assimilating is that, I think that's a great point, that they get a lot of their beauty standards from like TVs and magazines. But we all know that those, the advertisement industry is designed to make you feel like you are void of something. So you need to purchase and buy into something.
Right.
And I'm becoming increasingly alarmed by Black girls with lip fillers. Baby, the lips was already juicy. Now they touching your nose. And I don't understand what's going on here.
It's a particular kind of look. It's definitely a particular look.
And to me, it's mimicking white culture, which is a culture that is typically void of a lot of
juiciness.
Authenticity.
Okay.
And so I'm seeing Black girls like I don't know if they didn't feel affirmed or, and people say, oh, I'm doing it for this reason, that reason, whatever. That's fine. I am concerned that we're not really loving ourselves. And like Kendrick Lamar said it in a Humble, like, show me some stretch marks and a fro.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm kind of over that aesthetic that I think is, and people can say, once again, we've talked about before, that your preferences aren't something that just pop in your mind.
Yeah.
Your preferences are being established by systems that target you to see one thing is better than another.
And again, I feel like we are always enforcing this, like, do what makes you happy. But just know.
Understand.
It just comes from somewhere.
Understand.
It's not just your desire.
Oh, it's just my thing. Why is it your thing? Just examine that a little bit further, and you might still decide it's still your thing.
You might still decide to do it, and that's okay.
You might see it's not rooted in love.
It's not
love of self.
Black love.
Black love. So, yeah, that's one aspect of like how we, approach love. And then, of course, we deal with love. And I wouldn't even just say in America, worldwide, love is very much centered around romance.
It's centered around romance and marriage.
Lord.
It's a lot around marriage.
Especially for us young girls or women, we are raised from the very beginning to want to be somebody's wife.
Absolutely.
Hopefully a good man's or a rich man's or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Or a nigga with a good job.
And so our whole striving is not focused on communal love. Love from our family, our greater community, our people. It's about, I got to find a man to love me.
Yeah.
And a lot of young women feel like how they're loved determines their worth.
Yeah.
If you got a good man, you are really loved. Your man taking care of you, you are really loved. If you're single or unmarried,
something's wrong.
Something's wrong with you. No one can love you. Why haven't you found anyone to love you?
Yeah.
And that's a major problem, particularly, shall I say, for Black women, because we remain the most unmarried demographic in America. And so for us, we have to kind of confront, I think, a lot of Black women, especially millennials, because marriage rates are declining across racial groups, period. So let me say that.
Ain't just us.
It ain't just us.
Yeah.
But as those rates continue to decline, we are still disproportionately affected by being unmarried. And not necessarily by choice. Once again, studies point to the ratios are off. And I be trying to tell people that.
What you mean?
So the amount of Black women to Black men.
Okay.
The ratios are not compatible. Because Black men are disproportionately incarcerated, disproportionately affected by unemployment, they are not literally around. When you have hundreds of thousands of Black men.
Oh, I see. Yeah, those numbers. Yeah.
Incarcerated. Or even post-incarceration, unemployed. Once again, we've established through this American values that a good man, a real man, is an employed man, a man that can do something for you. Yeah. And so as Black women continue to become more educated, more established, and then you have a lag in some ways, it leaves a lot of Black women not having suitable partners. This is not just about individual feelings. This is about a system that has racialized trauma in it.
Yeah.
And it makes it very difficult for us to build, Black men and Black women, to build healthy, loving relationships with one another.
Yeah.
If it's one man for every 5 women, we already see how that manifests. The one man has 5 women.
That's usually how it is. Now, one thing, both Brittany and I are single, fine-ass Black women.
Yes.
And I feel like you see so much about how married men in particular are as a single woman. You see them. We see y'all.
Boy. Boy, that could be a whole episode.
It could be
but that's not what
episode.
that's not what I should.
No, that's not. But it is to say.
Yeah.
It is to say that there's also the demographics around what it means to be married.
Yes.
You know, it doesn't mean what it meant 50 years ago.
Yeah.
At all. Like, you know, back in the day, as a woman, a single black woman, you couldn't get a bank account. You couldn't own a house. You couldn't rent an apartment. You couldn't buy a car. You couldn't do so many very adult things if you were not married, if you didn't have a husband to do those things alongside you. And now that we are in the future, and realize that, and you know, and those laws and things like that have changed, it's changed. The society has changed with it.
The field is different.
It really, really is.
And feminism allowed black women in general, black women as well, to advance.
Mm-hmm.
And rapidly. It's like anybody. Once you are emancipated from literal chains, financial chains, then you are able to start to cultivate yourself.
Yeah.
Usually rapidly. Like black people post Reconstruction, or like during Reconstruction, we got busy.
Real busy.
So I would argue that the past 60 years or so since the feminist movement really gained a lot of traction, we have been in the Reconstruction era. Black women in general, able to obtain degrees and live different lifestyles and have more reproductive decisions over our own bodies. That is, in the scale of human history, this is monumental. Yeah. And as I was reading in classic Bell Hooks, All About Love, she talks about, she referenced another author who talks about men's inability to grow up, and that they have not had this movement that set them free. And so a lot of them are not growing up and developing the emotional and mental maturity that they need to be compatible partners. Yeah. And I think that there's a lot of gaslighting when black women talk about this. Yeah. It's like, you just can't get no man. Or something wrong with you. Something gotta be wrong with you. Or, man, let's not do a gender war. We gotta get past that. Black men and black women gotta love each other. And I 1000% agree. We do have to love each other, and we are in this together. Yeah. But that cannot be through continuing to silence black women about what we deal with. Yeah. I didn't bring Thomas and Carr book today because I typically didn't. I usually keep it on me. But he talks about that we cannot continue to oppress women and just act as if that's just some natural order of the world. Yeah. And black women should be able to talk about the challenges that we face in dealing with lack of romantic love and how we are not able to establish ourselves on the same rate as our white counterparts who get a husband, because a two income household changes things. It allows you to pursue more things, do more things. It's just more finances.
And this, just to be clear, this conversation is also very heteronormative. Right. I'm going to admit to that. This conversation is mostly about men and women relationships, which we know as black people, we have been expansive and expanding of that throughout generations. Yeah.
More black women are being with black women.
Period.
And I get it. I'm 2 seconds from there. And when I say 2 seconds, I might not make it through the month without completely switching sides. Not even playing. I've already soft launched it to my mom.
What's the soft launch?
I pretty much told her I think it's going to be a woman next. Like I don't know. Something's got a change gonna come. And I'm not playing. And I've dabbled. So let's be clear.
Right.
Holla at
Right.
me. But, and I do see, I do see actually really beautiful relationships from our queer brothers and sisters.
Absolutely.
And I see them exploring it, and I'm like, that's why I'm like, you know what? Maybe they got something figured out. And I'm still struggling over here with oh boy. But I love black men. But I'm changing how I gotta be in relationship with y'all.
Yeah. I mean, I am grateful for all of the community that I have been able to build over the years. Like, just so many opportunities to be a good, loving community member, to show up for my friends, men, women, gender nonconforming folks. Like, I love my people and I ride for my people. And I want us to not strive for what white people have.
Right. The nuclear family.
I don't want us to strive for that.
No.
But I do want us to look towards what is the evolution of black love in this time and in the future.
Bell Hooks says that communities sustain life, not nuclear families or the couple, and certainly not the rugged individualist. There is no better place to learn the art of loving than in community. And going back to what you were just saying, I think it would serve us all better to stop when we writing in our manifestation journals about love. Keisha Cole singing it, love. That we reframe or we retrain our mind to think about love in a more expansive setting of it being in community. A community of men.
But some people also, it takes a level of capacity also to hold and be accountable to multiple relationships. It takes also an expansiveness of what you think love and loving is.
I feel the most loved in my friendships.
Absolutely.
I mean, outside, of course, like my mother. But like the ways in which my eyes have watered after being in fellowship with my friends and the way they show up. Or just, I mean, even when I was pregnant, like I had people like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. People I knew on the internet send me money. Oh, when's your baby shower? Like, I've had love. That's pure love. Like, what else? They just know they don't want anything from it. It's just a love of another black woman. They saw me. I think they could tell that there was no baby daddy in the pictures.
They could tell.
They could tell. Okay. Nobody was around in the pictures. And so, you know, the way people show me love and the way I realize, like, you know, a community of people you know very well or not that well at all really get you in the business of showing love more. And I try to do that in small ways too. People on the internet, I see them going through it. I hop in their DMs. I'm like, what can I do for you? How you doing? I'm checking on you.
Right.
And I think that's where black love can help us, where we can evolve, is to focus on communal love to get us through.
So I just want to really, really encourage our listeners, like, and being in community is not easy. Like,
being with these niggas ain't either.
Being with these niggas,
that's a battlefield. So if you can survive 10 years with him, surely you can deal with the roughness that can come in the community.
That's definitely fair. And I think that, again, we talked about this on another episode, but just the amount of safety that community can bring, I think is worth the fight.
It is. And that's where that's what makes me not give up hope on men. Because if you're just dating men and going through those motions, you can be like, get me out of here. Which I mean, obviously I just said.
But when you are saying that.
But when I say I switch teams, I'm for everybody. I ain't never completely on one side or the other.
Oh, okay.
Holla at me. But I think that the most beautiful relationships I've had with men have been like homies.
Absolutely.
Show up for me. doing things for me. I've had homies come put together my daughter's toy box.
Shout out to my niggas.
Shout out to
my niggas that's listening.
Right. Black men.
They listening.
That are the homies.
They love revolutionary baddies.
They love supporters.
We love y'all.
Deeply. I will ride for y'all.
For real. For sure.
So yeah, get in community, and that's, I think, the best way to cultivate Black love. And we hopefully, you'll meet your prince in shining armor or princess, whatever,
Whatever you're going for. Hopefully you meet them at our reading yaps.
Get there.
Because the baddies be there.
Hello.
I don't know why y'all, like, the baddies be at the shit.
They do.
At the live show, full of baddies.
And you can ask me or Dee Dee and be like, what's good with so-and-so? We'll let you know.
We will absolutely, I would be happy.
Matchmaker.
I would be happy to do so. Happy to do so. I hope somebody return the favor. Because I need a match.
I mean, because why are we... Well, we ain't going to get into that.
I'm looking. But
do we got to change our ways?
How? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? I feel like I'm doing it.
No, we doing it right. But once again, we are keeping our focus centered on the real love.
Yeah.
The real love that's out here. And the other love will find us in due time.
You sound so hopeful.
I
so hopeful.
am.
So y'all wish us luck.
Yeah.
Wish us luck out in these streets but we do have a good time.
That's what it's about.
We do have a good time.
That's why we so happy.
I mean, people be like, well, Dee Dee, maybe it's about me either being intimidating, quote unquote.
Oh, I get that.
Intimidating, or I flirt and I'm not serious.
Well,
but why I gotta be so serious?
I just met you.
Literally don't know who you are. And I just flirt because it's just fun.
My honest
something to do,
thought about me, and probably you too, I would say, from knowing you. My honest feeling is that men can sense when you are not centered on having one of them. And depending on what they want, because I'm a firm believer. I've learned. I used to think growing up, because of how I was socialized, men wanted someone really beautiful, or really smart, or maybe really ambitious, or really charismatic. And then I learned, actually, men want a dummy. That's how you get a man. I said, oh, wait. I was so busy trying to learn how to be smart. No one told me how to be a dummy. Oh, man. Now look at me. I'm married. For real. I mean, so I think that sometimes... So
that's us. That's
I think men can just sometimes sense when you're not like eager beaver. You know, when you like, what's up with you? And they be like, what's up with you? But I'm cool. And they be like, yeah. Because I've learned some women meet men and the next day they're like, so what are we?
Oh.
And them be the ones that get them.
That's crazy, man.
Crazy. I don't ask what are we for at least a year.
Minimum.
Because
and I don't even make it that far, so I never ask.
And there we go.
And there we go, everyone.
You just got a little bit of insight on our love.
Just a tad bit. Welcome to talk about it more.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, hit us up. But, once again, going back, the Black love is important. What I want to see is how Black love can manifest in our politics.
Absolutely.
In our community engagement. Your political ideology has to be rooted in a love for Black people and a Black future here in America and abroad.
Absolutely.
So when we are going into the midterms this year, the national election in 2 more years, and whatever is to come, who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows if we'll have them? I want you to seriously look at the policies that these politicians are going to have. They're going to be giving you a lot of lip service about undoing what Trump has done and all that. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, especially on the Democratic side, they're going to come in and they're going to want to reverse or be anti-Trump. And that's great. But is your politic rooted in Black love, aka Black liberation?
Yeah.
To love us is to liberate us.
Mm-hmm.
Free my niggas. Get them out of prison.
Reparations now.
Reparations.
Open the jails.
Open the doors. Open the doors.
Open the doors and free the land.
If they ain't talking about that, they ain't talking about black love.
They ain't talking.
They don't like us.
They hate us.
They hate our guts.
We know that.
They in the Epstein files.
1, 2, 3, release them.
Boy, actually, the way they've been released, take them back.
They is released.
Put them up.
So we want to thank y'all so much for listening to this episode. We hope that it kind of cued, got some good feelings going. Valentine's Day is coming up. It's a good little, cute little time.
Be with your galentines, your bro-tines, your boo-time, whoever it
Bro-tines and croutons.
And, sit and think about, ponder on what does black love really mean?
Yeah.
Beyond just our romantic pursuits.
Yeah.
And how can we cultivate more black love in our lives?
And I want to put a challenge to the listeners. If you have an Instagram, or I think you can do it on Threads, a couple other social media sites, where you can make like a folder of saved posts or images or videos, make one and title it, I love black people.
Ooh.
And then just fill it up. Art, sayings, music.
It doesn't have to just be black
history,
excellence.
Facts. It really doesn't.
Just blackness.
It really doesn't. Hairstyles, all kind of stuff. All of the ways that we are creating the culture, that we are using our creativity to our benefits, not just to make money, but to really express how we feel. Just make a little folder. See what happens. See what happens to your algorithm.
Don't put Obama in it.
Okay. Now we're making rules. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. We want to hear what you think. Please share, like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Revolutionary Baddies.
Yeah, we love y'all. Real bad.
We do. Consider becoming a Patreon member. Please subscribe to our YouTube. And we love, love, love you.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you. Thank you so much.
Bye.